Morning, good morning. What's happening? I wanted to speak on the Trick Daddy speaking on Beyonce and Jay Z. Um, I'm seeing a lot of uh, video on the short clip he did on that one show there. I didn't even get the name of it, but so apparently the Bee Hive is not having it, and the Jay Z fans are not having it, and people in general are just, you know, I find it really strange that a person, of Trick Daddy. Trick Daddy is a Geechee, by the way. His mom is from Kingstree, South Carolina, and he's from Florida, Miami. Um, I find it very strange that a person of Trick Daddy's status, I'm pretty sure he's a platinum rapper. He can't state his opinion on other entertainers in the industry. You know, now if there is a such thing as a go along, get along gang, I would definitely say that that would be some type of indication when when you speak about another artist. Uh, you know, that's your peer. I mean, you're in the same class. They may be a higher tier, a little bit high up on the totem pole, but Trick Daddy is a great rapper in my own opinion. He hasn't had any hits in a while, but I mean, he right now if he put out a song, the song is a high caliber song that the younger generation may not feel that way, but you know, us hip hop heads know that Trick Daddy can really rap. He can really ride a beat. So why doesn't he have the right to say whatever he want to say about whoever in the industry? You know, and I mean it's his opinion. You know, and my personal opinion about Beyonce, I love Beyonce. I wasn't a Jay Z fan until I'm being serious. I wasn't a Jay Z fan until maybe 5 or 6 years ago when I really started listening to him. I'm like, okay, this guy can actually rap. I wasn't really a Jay Z fan. I mean, I knew of Jay Z. I had his music. I wasn't a like diehard Jay Z fan. Until maybe 5 6 years ago, and that's only because of one of my homeboys. He convinced me to listen to Jay Z. And when Jay Z and Nas had their beef, Nas is my number one MC, number one rapper. Uh, I that's when it really was a line drawn in the sand as far as how I felt about Jay Z. I was like, I'm not this guy. No, I'm not even gonna give him the time of day. But then his last, what was it called? 444. That album was nice. And then I started listening to which one was it? I mean, I started listening to all his. I started really just paying attention to his bars, and he has a song out. Him and Nas. Let me say this before I even go any further. DMX, God bless his soul. If you don't have his last album, uh, I gotta see if I can find that album. Wait a minute, the name of it I don't want to give you because I think that this last DMX album, The Exodus, that, in my personal opinion, oh my God, that album is fire. And this is to all the hip hop heads out there, even the people who don't even listen to hip hop. Uh, well, I'm, you know, if you know who DMX is, I'm sure you do, most of you. Listen to that album, it's great. And the reason I brought that album up is because Nas and Jay Z on a song on that album, the second song. Um, oh man, that's some of the best rap I've heard. The Locks they're on the song number one, but the number two song is, and then there's one with Conway, Conway the Machine. Uh, the whole album is nice, but anyways, I started listening to Jay Z's bars, and I'm like, this guy can really rap. I mean, really rap. But getting back to and Beyonce, um, I wasn't really a Beyonce fan. I wasn't really, the first album, the Destiny's Child, I got that album in 1997 in Bosnia, and I listened to it, and I'm like, they got a lot of catchy songs, no, 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 and I've always been a person for the longest time, I'm like, I'm getting a little tired with women dissing men all the time, and that song kind of, that no, 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 it came out after the song TLC song, Scrubs. I'm like, man, come on, man. And maybe because at the time I was a scrub. I don't know. That I didn't like. I like the song. You can't help but to like the song if you're a young black person back in the '90s. The song Scrubs and then No 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 No. Those songs were catchy songs. I liked them. I could dance to them. I could vibe to them. But the message that they were preaching, I'm like, come on, man. You know, that's when that whole independent woman stuff started. And there's nothing wrong with being an independent woman, but there's a limit to how far you can be as far as independent, because you just keep going and going and going. Next thing you know, you find yourself without a man, with money, but not happy, because you think all men are scrubs, all men, should worship you, all. So, but over the past years, just like Jay Z, over time, I started realizing that okay, and I'm gonna jump around a lot because I'll say this: I wasn't a Michael Jordan fan in the beginning, but over time, once you see that a person keeps winning, the level of tenacity, the endurance. I mean, they keep going and going, and she could not sing in the beginning when she was younger, uh, but now she can sing, but it's still not Aretha Franklin type level. God bless her dead singing. It's not like I seen Aretha Franklin get on stage one time. It was her. It was a tribute to her. The whole event was a tribute to her, and someone and it was like four women on stage singing her songs. I can't remember the name. The people on stage. I think Fantasia was one of them. I think I don't remember, but they somebody called her up on stage. Aretha Franklin was in the audience on the front um, line, on the front row, and she had on house shoes, slippers. She got on stage with house shoes on, took the microphone, voice wasn't warmed up, and just like killed it. That's like just being able to sing, having that natural ability to sing. Beyonce didn't have that. She had to take singing lessons, and now she can hold her own. But it took a lot of time to get there, and work and effort to get there. So she can sing now, and I admire her work ethic, and I admire the tenacity, and she never stopped, and she kept going. She had the issues with her dad, she had the issues with Jay Z, him allegedly cheating, the elevator incident, but she kept going, and she deserves all the accolades and everything that she's getting. But you know when it comes to having an opinion, and especially if you're uh, Trick Daddy, somebody who's a platinum recording artist, and who Trick Daddy kind of he was a game changer in that he came out of Florida, where JT Money was another one back in the day, but they changed a whole trajectory. I keep saying trajectory of the type of music and how far that music could go, coming out of Florida back in the day. Because when him and Trina came out with that song, I think it's called Nair. The first time I heard that song, like, you don't know Nair, When they came out with that song, I just came back from Germany and I heard that song. And this is why I say Trick Daddy is a Geechee. A lot of the language he used in that, a lot of that dialect that he used in that song, I could understand it. But I could understand it as though he was speaking my language. Yeah, you know, like that's another word for you don't know anybody or you don't know no one. You don't know near nigga, you know. And Trina was speaking it too. So they kind of like paved the way for they paved the way for Rick Ross, you know, because it wasn't before the music coming out of Miami before that was like Florida in general was 95 South. Um, uh, what's that other group? Um, 69 Boys. You know those Daisy Dukes. You know, look at them girls, them Daisy Dukes on. You know that type of stuff. Uh, Miss Kathy Borthwick just commented. Hey, Miss Kathy. I'll read the comment in a little bit. Um, so, whenever you have a trick daddy stating his opinion about Beyonce and Jay-Z, and you have the Bee Hive coming after him, to me, it's like, well, I mean, come on. Are you guys serious? Y'all, I mean, nobody can say anything about Beyonce? You know, yeah, Beyonce's cool. She's great. She's above great. She's up in the higher, you know, she's above a lot of people, but at the same time she's still human. You know, I've heard people compare her to Michael Jackson and say she has a better show and she's bigger and all this. No, I don't think so. I don't think she was bigger than Michael Jackson. No, because I remember Michael Jackson, and I'm here now seeing Beyonce. Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson had, you know, he would have people passing out completely, like a line of people just getting close to him, fall like he was Jesus, or something, you know, just completely passing out. And maybe she does have that, but I hadn't seen that. Um, so yeah, I don't understand that, and I don't get that. I'll never get that. I will never understand how you know a person could receive so much hate just for stating his opinion about you know an individual, a person, or a couple, or whatever. You know that sounds like you know you guys are in some kind of cult. You know, so yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to speak about this morning. Um, I see that Kwame Brown is getting Faison Love on. Oh boy, I've seen a couple Faison Love interviews, and he's not holding anything back. He's gonna tell you exactly how it is, and I think that's gonna be another interesting interview. I believe that's gonna be another very interesting interview because Faison Love, you know, he's one of those people who's gonna tell you how it is. I heard him say some things about Jay-Z um, and others, you know, that you're not supposed to talk about. So, you know, that's going to be very interesting to see Faison Love. So I'll be tuning into that. Um, I woke up a little late this morning, so I got to get some writing done. I'm doing this first just to get it out of the way. I'll upload it so it'll be fresh. Um, and I'm still appreciating the love. Uh, and I'm still writing, so I have a new book out pretty soon. I have some people asking about my newest book, and you know, I can only go so fast with that. You don't want to rush the process. Imagination is something it's pretty sensitive, so you start rushing imagination, you don't get what you want. You don't get the full value of what it could be. Um, but I still have other books. You know, my last book came out in 2019, so if and that was Mech. So if you want any books, you can go to my website, writethisway.com, and check it out. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and upload this right now, and I'm gonna get to writing. Appreciate all you guys' love still. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.